Okay, we should be live at this point. Should be live.
It's always questionable.
Right.
Never really know.
Right, exactly. All right, what's going on, everybody? Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Hopefully you can hear us. We are live. I'm hoping... I've been having computer issues for the last week and a half, so I'm hoping everything's going smooth. And
with your gamer headset on.
Oh, so I do. I let me. Oof. Yeah, that might have to be a thing again.
Hey, David, what's going on? Lucid's doing good today. It's up 11.5%.
It's the gray room. Yeah, I do have my Gamer Boy headset on. I'm having issues with my audio and stuff, and it's been a pain in the ass the last 2 hours. So I'm not gonna mess with it because I don't want to mess the stream up. So enjoy.
What happens when you move computers?
Right,
move
exactly.
Your computers.
Somehow, some way, something gets broken when you move it from one room to the other.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, Ron. Yeah, NIO was down. I don't know what 3-4%, and then yeah. I think XPeng was down at like 5% or something. But yeah, they were all down bad pre-market, and then, you know, shot up. This happens a lot. Every time it's down a lot, it just gets bought back up, which is good. It's a good sign, obviously, that, you know, a lot of people still believe in NIO, and just we need to get all these scaredy cats out of here that are scared to hold NIO out, and then won't matter what the media puts out, because everyone is already sold that is going to sell from that kind of news. Oh, man. Shout out to the Discord.
I was muted as I was talking? God, dude, struggle bussing. Basically, I posted in the Discord. That's why Chad was just like, shout out to Discord randomly to you guys. No, I posted an article in the Discord this morning about the Chinese pulling, I guess they're like going after another company or whatever for regulations and stuff. Didn't really read over the article a whole lot at that time, but yeah, that's why we saw big red this morning with Chinese stuff. But it seems that everything's kind of recovered a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need NIO to get on the XPeng level of 1.5%. Telling you guys, man, XPeng's killing it right now.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, XPeng was up even more. I think they were up like 3%, and then it just started pulling back. Yeah, it was all the way up to $43.
Right.
What?
Stop eating? Nah, that ain't gonna happen, dude. I'm gonna eat my
10:22.
I'll try to make it so the microphone doesn't pick it up.
Let's see. It's terrible. Stocks ain't supposed to go up, only down. I can't lose money if they go up. How am I supposed to get 30-year tax write-offs now? Exactly, Dustin Nuts. Exactly. Big trying to get to scare us to buy chip shares. You know, what about Seymour 42?
I'm gonna see if I can find this
Actually,
article.
I bought a tiny little bit this morning of NIO, just a little bit, because it's hard to just pass up that stuff. I mean, I can send you the article. I have it up.
It was right here. That's gonna have to get turned off too.
Yeah. So that's what happened pre-market. Yeah, just basically just China cracking down more and people freaking out. But yeah, we'll go over this.
Yeah, this is the article that I was looking at this morning. So let's see here. A sell-off in Chinese private education companies sent a shockwave through the entire through the equity market Monday.
Yeah, I'm surprised. You know, that happened on Friday too, because everything was down Friday. Because that news came out Friday morning. So, yeah, I don't know. Waiting for Morning Dew. She's got back from a week in Vegas, ready for some NIO action this week. Excited to buy more after Friday dip. Yeah, I bought a little bit more this morning, and so you know I'm up pretty decent in it already.
I'm glad to see that we're finally, you know, it didn't hold that negative 4 or 5% from this morning.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times it seems like, it seems like when it's down a lot like that, it's been getting bought back up, which is obviously good. That's what you want to see. Right. Because it means not everybody's terrified. I'm waiting for my next bonus to buy more into what I got. Love my Tesla, Apple though. Need DraftKings to pop off. Yeah.
See DraftKings.
Yeah. Apple's been treating me pretty good lately.
Which I think there was a. Let me see if I can pull this up again.
Their earnings are tomorrow.
Yes.
Same with AMD Tesla. And Google and Microsoft, and a lot of earnings come out tomorrow. Well, let's see here. I think the Hong Kong market trying to scare people with the government, so when listen, next month richer Chinese can buy for. Yeah, I mean, it seems like with all the crap going on, it seems like someone wants to buy a lot of cheap shares. Posted this over the weekend. Rumor of the Chinese government this week cracking down on another big China tech company possible. Yeah, I tried looking that up just for a little bit, but then I got busy with work stuff, so I couldn't. From what I saw, I couldn't find it, but I only looked for just a little bit before I had to deal with work things. Yeah, if they start cracking down on like tech companies more, like it's not gonna be good. Do you guys think Tesla earnings may affect NIO? I don't think so. So Tesla wasn't really running up prior to earnings, but now today it's up 3.5% almost. So kind of don't know what's going to happen after earnings. Because my original thought was that it wasn't running up prior to earnings like a lot of stocks do, and Tesla's usually down after earnings, no matter what happens. So I thought after earnings it was going to go up because it wasn't going up prior to earnings, but since it's up 3.5% today, I mean 3.5% isn't a crazy amount, but now I don't know what's going to happen after earnings. It could go up more, but since it's up right now, I'm not expecting a sell-off because it hasn't gone up like a crazy a lot. So I don't know.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, so what I was going to show you, something. I was going to try and find, I think it was Dennis Coyle. I actually enjoy, if you guys don't follow Dennis Coyle on Twitter, he's actually he's a bull, and, you know, obviously with NIO, he's really firmly believes in NIO, and he put some, posts quite a few things on there like daily that are actually pretty good. This right here. So this is the upcoming earnings for a lot of these companies. A pretty big stretch here coming this weekend or this week. So obviously the big one for today is Tesla. That's definitely the big one today. Tomorrow you got Apple, AMD, Google, Microsoft.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a lot of those.
That's a pretty damn good lineup for what Tuesday.
Yeah. Quantum
And then, yeah, I mean, Waste Management. Then you got Spotify, McDonald's, Ford, Facebook, PayPal, Qualcomm. Wednesday?
Yeah.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
Thursday's Amazon and Pinterest. I bet Pinterest is going to probably blow up. And then Friday, what we closing the week with? Nothing too crazy. Enbridge, ExxonMobil, P&G. What is Pinterest sitting at right now? I thought I had it on here. $77. I'm pretty sure they blow up like every freaking time on their earnings. I mean, we just saw what happened with Snapchat, so Snapchat just took off, went to the moon. Let's see here. Where did you stop reading at?
Basically, do you think NIO earnings will affect NIO? But NIO will explode. I already talked about that one. Okay. NIO will explode when profitable, so stupid to sell now. I mean, yeah, that's what we've said before. It's like kind of like Tesla. They were volatile like crazy, and then when they were profitable, it was just explosion after that.
Right.
What do you think NIO price is going to be at the end of the year? Like $70, $75 end of year.
Yeah, we'll see how it takes when they announce the numbers for this month, because I'm thinking they're going to have a really good upper 9,000s, mid to upper 9,000s. So
should be another record month. So
yeah, so which hopefully leads to better earnings and stuff as well.
Yeah, NIO $70 end of year, I think. Yeah, pretty much. Need to get in on the AMD game before it's too late. Yeah, I'm already in AMD, and it's been doing good things.
I just started a position in AMD on Monday, or on Friday. So we'll see how it takes. We'll see how it takes.
I just woke up. What happened this morning in pre-market? Just more Chinese cracking down fears, possibly on another tech company, but also I guess people still worried about the education stuff that they're cracking down on. My friend sold it at 40 today, and right after he sold it went up. He regretted it now. It's at 44. Yeah, I mean, that's usually what happens when there's a big sell-off and you panic sell. Right when you sell, it's going to go up. So
right.
Don't panic sell. Better be 10,000 or better delivery numbers. It's probably not going to be 10,000 for this month.
I'm guessing 93 to 9,500.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to be wrong. And if they do hit 10,000 this month, then I see this thing, the stock going up for sure. Right. I don't think a whole lot of people are expecting 10,000 this month.
I'm really hoping Lucid, though, kind of gets its act together now that they've IPO'd. Really kind of hoping this thing starts to turn around and just take off. I mean, obviously today's a good day, but obviously with it being IPO, I expect this. So I feel like I'm going to see a red day tomorrow with Lucid, and we're going to see it come back into the let's go to the 6-month chart. I think we're going to stick in this range for a while.
Yeah, until something happens.
Yeah, this 23 to 25 range. I think this is just temporary, just like every other IPO. I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, because I want it to go back up to $1,000, up to $60. But yeah. I don't think we're going to see that number until we start to actually see deliveries, and good deliveries. So let's see here. If the China government approved Li to list on Hong Kong, that's a stamp of approval. Yeah, they're doing that for all of them as well. So, and obviously we're still waiting to hear more news on NIO. So hopefully we hear on more news on NIO in the future. I know we made videos on them having issues listing. They had to file, they had to abide by some rules before listing. So they hired some people to help fix those rules. So hopefully we get more information on that here soon.
Soulmates, what do you mean? Are you talking about Lucid or are you talking about NIO?
Yeah, I think he's talking about Lucid.
Back to 60. I mean, eventually. Once they start releasing stuff. Yeah, so Soulmates, you said the video confirming their deliveries are on schedule so far, but really we don't have a schedule besides sometime this year. It's not like, we'll start delivering in October. It's just we'll deliver 66 or 77 vehicles this year.
Right.
It'd be nice to actually have a month like August or October or November or something. It's
hey,
just
the first car's going out September 1st or something, like that.
right.
Would
Something
be nice to have.
Yeah. Lucid versus NIO. What do you think? Which one is going to take us to the promised land? Right now I'm more bullish on NIO, but I mean, if they keep just getting beat down by all these people panic selling, then I don't know.
Yeah, the big problem with NIO is the fact that it's Chinese. That is their biggest problem, and it's not their fault. Like, that's just
right.
It's just the news and the media beating them down, and we've seen it many times. So
yep. It's like every other day now at this point, it seems like, or every day. Tom, Lucid, huge bargain buy here. 5-year timeline would be wishing we bought more. I'll continue to dollar cost average. Yeah, I agree. I kind of, with their tech and everything, I kind of look at it as buying Tesla back, before they blew up.
Right.
It could be the same situation.
I think with Lucid, my game plan, I have I have a small position in Lucid, but my plan is like, I might buy more once they start deliveries. I want to see them start to deliver, because look at all these other EV companies that have delivered, like actually have vehicles on the road, and they're just kind of just sitting there, like Lordstown and Workhorse, and like obviously they're not EV cars, but you know what I'm saying, like they still have numbers out there, but they're just kind of just hanging out. So I want to see Lucid actually do something before I actually drop more money into it.
Dustin. My weekend was pretty good. I took a couple days off work Thursday and Friday and did some stuff. Family.
Let's see. No, I'm not hyped on Red Bull or Coke or hookers. Not yet. No.
Boats and hoes.
Right. Ron Lee, if NIO entering Hong Kong listing, will it affect the US listing? I think it'll help drive the price up, but I don't think it's going to. I think
we'll see I think it'll do what Xpeng did. It'll go down, and then it'll come right back up the next day.
Right. I seriously cannot see China pulling all of these companies off of the U.S. market. I just don't see it happening. And for some reason, people, I don't know. I think it's because we're all locked up and we've all been sitting at a computer screen for way too long, and now everybody's freaking out, and now all of a sudden everybody has all this freaking fear and anxiety because they can. It's frustrating, honestly. It's getting to the point of just it's just annoying. Let's see here.
Soulmates. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, your money doesn't just disappear. You still have those shares. You could possibly sell them, but who's going to be buying? So you're going to be stuck with your shares pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know 100% how that works. So I don't. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But and that's just the fear in itself. Is like, are they going to get delisted? Nobody knows except for China.
Right.
But it's been like this for 30 years, so.
Right. So I'll just put in what you're willing to lose.
Right.
That's with any stock, but yeah.
But it looks like NIO's turning back to negative for the day, which isn't. It's fine by me. It's better than down 4%. I'd rather be down slightly than 4%. I mean, we saw $41 again this morning, so that's a pretty good chance to snag up some shares. Clearly, there's still buying power here. And let me show this. So this is kind of for everybody who's still somewhat scared of NIO being delisted. Let's go to Fintel.
Tom, that's awesome.
Now, we know this is all done, I believe, quarterly? Fintel's quarterly? Is that how they update their information?
Yeah, it's quarterly.
So it's like...
Yeah, it's just because the businesses only have to update quarterly, so
it's, you look at all these businesses and institutional ownership. This is the institutional ownership of Fintel. You can see all these big companies buying into NIO. I mean, you have Fidelity in here. You have You have all the major online
Right, there
trading
was
platforms.
Vanguard and Fidelity were buying up like crazy for
Right.
some of their mutual funds. So
Royal Bank of Canada, Chevy Chase. I mean, just you have just everything in here. Pretty sure the only one that's not in here is ARK Invest, but that's
Right.
because they're extremely bullish on Tesla. So
right.
there's just I mean, FNY, Pacifica Partners, like just hundreds of them, and you wouldn't think that these people would be putting their money into a stock that is potentially being delisted. Now, when this
There's
updates,
17 million for Vanguard.
right?
Yeah.
So next time this is updated, the next quarterly update or whatever, and all of these turn red, if all of these start turning red and we start to see a bunch of red lines, then I'm probably going to be concerned.
Yeah, you
that
start
tells
seeing
me-
all of Vanguard and Fidelity selling, like that'll be
right.
no
Then
good.
I'm probably going to consider pulling back on my position or eliminating the position and all. It's just I'm just using what I know and what I see, and I have in there what I'm willing to lose if anything happens, and it would suck to lose it, but I'm fine with that. But the gain is there also.
Dustin, with what you're talking about, I traded Lucid actually this morning twice and made out pretty good. Right when it started, it was like 9:45 or something. For whatever reason, I don't know if that's just how it is when a company merges, but like it didn't start trading until like 9:45 instead of 9:30. And when I saw it at like 9:46, it was already up 2%. And I bought some shares, and it went in 3 minutes. It was up 10%. So I
Right.
sold it, and then it dipped down, and I bought in again. And then by like 10:30, I was up 12% in that lot again, and I just sold it again. So it was like easy profits.
And speaking of what he's doing, me personally, I don't do what he's doing. I just don't. I usually try to buy and hold unless it's
Well, right.
another factor. But like, there's nothing wrong with what he's doing either. Like, if you have the time to do it, that's cool. And exactly what he just did, he's making profit, taking a quick 10% selling. I mean, you said you did that with Lucid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he bought this morning, and then it ran up, and then it's
In like
sold.
3 minutes.
Right.
It was up 10%. Like, it's kind of, to me, so as usual, when I do this, I don't buy intending on selling like that. But if I buy something and in no time it's up 10%, I'm selling because it's going to come crashing back down.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened. It was up 10%. I sold. Right after I sold, it crashed. And then I was like, okay, I think we're at the bottom, where it might finish for the day if it just trades sideways. So I bought in again, planning on holding. And then in 30 minutes, I was up 12% again. So I'm like, nah, I'm selling. So I
think that's
hold again.
And that's the way you got to play this market, because it's
so
up and down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do it with the intentions of selling like that, but if it's up 10% in no time or more, like I'm selling because it's going to come back down, and then I'll buy back in, and when I think it's at the bottom, I'll buy back in again with the intentions of holding long. And I didn't sell, so I still have my like position in CCIV, well, Lucid now, that I've originally had. It was just I sold what I bought this morning.
Right.
Mike, yeah. I do it in an IRA, so I don't have to deal with that. If you do it in a brokerage account, then yeah, your taxes are going to be annoying.
So that's exactly what I deal with. So he does
still
an IRA. Go ahead.
Yeah. But even if you do it in a brokerage, you'll still make more money if you do it that way. Right. It's just your taxes are going to be a pain in the ass.
100% they are.
Yeah. And you'll pay a lot more in capital gains tax and crap like that.
Right. With him doing the IRA, again, he doesn't have to deal with taxes. But for me, I do it with brokerage because I'm using my own like savings account. So I can't I try to avoid day trading because last year when I was doing my taxes, it was an absolute nightmare. And I had to call TurboTax and figure out why my information wasn't importing correctly. And they had to go through and look at every single trade that I did. And we had to calculate. It was a nightmare. And so I avoid day trading because of that reason.
Yeah, if you're doing that, it's better just to have someone else do your taxes. You get all the crap, you just throw it at them and make them deal with it. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't really ever do that with the intentions of, trading it, buying and selling real quick. I just, it just happens to work out like that sometimes.
Right.
Just to me, like I said, if you buy something and then in no time it's up 10%, it's going to come back down. So like selling it like just for a quick profit, to me, like it does help that I'm using my IRA. Like it's kind of dumb not to sell in my eyes. Like right now, Lucid's it's up 10.8%, but I made 10% the first time and then sold and then made 12% the next time. So I'm up a lot more now in Lucid for the day than I would have if I just held it. But
right.
Like I said, I don't really plan on, when I buy stuff, I don't plan on doing that. It's just sometimes that's how it works out. And I'm still holding, my main position long.
Right.
But yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, once I sold the second time and it started dipping, if you're in the Discord, I was typing all this stuff out as it was going on. And I was like, yeah, I'm just not going to push my luck anymore today. I'm just not going to buy anymore today. And it's a good thing I didn't buy more because, it's kind of just been sideways ever since it pulled back.
Right.
And since it's up 10.5% today, it's, kind of expect a red day tomorrow, but we'll see. But I'm surprised this didn't happen prior to the actual merger. I'm surprised this didn't happen on Friday or Thursday. It running up instead of after the merger happened.
That's what confuses me a little bit.
Right. It's kind of backwards from what usually happens.
Let's see.
Hey, Dustin. Exactly. Those big gameplays moving up from a Corolla to a Camry. Damn right. We don't do it like as like a company. We have our own personal accounts. It's not like a stock dude's account or something that we invest in. I invest through my stuff. He invests through his stuff separately.
But in the Discord, we have it's like our portfolio, and we take what we're invested in and we have it on M1 Finance. And that shows you what we're invested in and how that's doing throughout like the year.
Yeah, just because that's the only way we could like share the portfolios with M1 Finance. So, yeah.
Do you guys have an LLC to minimize tax bill maybe? Yeah, so that's in the process as well, along with the trademark. I think is it trademark? Or is
yeah.
Yeah. Big game plays moving on up.
Yeah, we always getting questions about swing trading NIO, and you could right now with how crazy it's been going up and down. That's what I like. So today it was down like 4% or something pre-market, and then if you bought in, because it went up a little bit at open, and then it dipped hard after that. Like if you bought on that dip, like you could sell, and you're up 5% in no time. Like that's why when it's down far and it gets bought back up and it goes positive, a lot of times I expect another pullback because a lot of people are going to be taking those profits, just because why not? It sucks when a lot of people are doing it, or especially big people are doing it, because then the stock doesn't really move anywhere. It just goes up and down and just stays in between two prices. But like that's what we were seeing during the correction. It would go up a lot and then tank, and then go up a lot and then tank. So yeah.
Do you think NIO will go back down to the 30s? It's a possibility. It's always a possibility. After this morning, I don't think NIO belongs in the 30s. I only want to say it's going to go to the 30s because the media is going to push it to the 30s.
Right, but what makes me kind of think it might not go back to the 30s is because think of all the nonsense that's been coming out just every day, just beating this thing down, and it just keeps getting bought back up every time it goes down. So I don't know, unless it's an overall market thing. then yeah, I don't
Like this
I
morning,
don't
it
see it
obviously
going
was
back down
down
to the 30s.
because of the Chinese news coming out of them cracking down on all these other businesses and stuff, and so that drove it down. But clearly, there's a buying. People want this stock. People want it.
Oh
So
yeah.
it does not belong in the 30s. I do not think this belongs in the 30s, but it's going to be the news, the coronavirus, and tensions and everything just driving this down to the 30s if it hits it again. So
Yeah.
it's for us to say whether or not it's going to be in the 30s. It's a total shot in the dark. Total shot in the dark. Let's see.
There was Bob said something in the Discord this morning that I was trying to find. I don't know where it was at.
I'll let you look for that. Today in pre-market NIO was down to 40. Maybe I'll wait for that. I mean, it's a possibility that it could just keep going back down there again. It just depends on how the news plays out. It's a good chance to, if you could get in on that dip, like it's a pretty good dip. So
yeah. So Bob from the Discord, shout out to you for you're in here. But he said, talking about the tip ranks thing that Tom just said, he said tip ranks upped NIO again to 66.86 from 64.64, and the low was at 51. Now it's at 57. So yeah, it just seems like every couple weeks that gets upped and upped and upped. So it's like, obviously all the analysts and stuff don't think this thing's going anywhere.
Right. Right. I would love to still see the high of 81 by the end of the year. That would be fantastic. But yeah. I'm still sticking with my 70 to 75 right now, unless we start blowing things out of the water and they start letting up on China and.
Yeah, well, the 81 and stuff's based on 12 months, not by the end of the year. So, yeah. I kind of hope it does go down to the 30s. That means load up more and it will be 100 this time next year. Yeah, I mean, that's what we think too. I don't really plan on buying any more NIO, but like when it's down a lot, like even this morning, I bought just a little bit more just because it's hard not to. Like, it's such a good deal.
Right.
Yeah, Mike, for sure. If NIO was an American company, it would have been 300. Yeah, most likely, unfortunately. Yep.
It is sad what happens with NIO because the company is amazing, but unfortunately it keeps being affected by negative. Exactly. And I mean, this is exactly what everyone want. Like, these are what all the politicians want in the world. Hey, green, friendly, like, NIO is doing everything right, but yet nobody wants it for some reason. It's because of the China behind it. That's exactly what it is. So,
yeah. Just think Amazon $135 to $5. Yeah. Yeah, we've talked about that before, but the stock doesn't really represent the company all the time. So
yeah.
Because he was talking about how, it went all the way down to like $5 or whatever. And, everything inside the company was getting better. They were making more money. So it doesn't reflect, the stock, obviously. And then, if you took advantage of that and bought down when it was stupid low, look at you now. So, yeah, you're sitting good. Yeah, Xpeng popped back up pretty good today, too. It was up I think it was over 3.5% or over 3% at least. And then it started just kind of slowly pulling back. Kind of like what NIO's doing.
Support and resistant lines out.
Yeah, I'm ready for Lucid to actually start doing something because that's when the stock actually moves. It's going to be kind of sideways until...
I think when they announce their first deliveries, I think we'll see a pretty good green day with Lucid.
Yeah.
Because that's what a lot of people are waiting on.
Yeah. Yeah, and just news in general. I mean, it might not have to be a delivery, but just news that, hey, this is the date where we expect to actually start delivering. Or just some kind of actual business update. Because the investor call thing was, wasn't really anything great. It was just, everything's on schedule. But like I said, the schedule's pretty damn broad. Like, it's just sometime in the second half of this year. Like, okay.
And then, so honestly, like looking at NIO, so on the 45, we're on the 45 point on the RSI for year to date, which is really still really low. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to say low. That's usually where you want to see it. And we talk about this all the time in our videos with the RSI. This is like one of our, we like to go off this indicator. We use patterns every now and then, but I'm not 100% sold on patterns as like a buyer. Like, I guess it's probably more for day traders than it is for, or swing traders than it is for somebody who's buying long term. Me personally, like, I'm obviously trying to get in at the best price and just hold for a while, but 45 is still pretty good right now on the RSI, so we're still in that 40 to 45, $46 range, so we'll see if it breaks out of that. And I was hoping we get back up to the 45 because that's where we've been holding for quite a while, aside from this past couple days. So we'll see if we can get back up there.
It'd be nice at least by the end of the week start holding above 45.
Right.
But I'm expecting more bad Chinese news. So
I was really hoping we'd see 50 by August, but at this point, anything above 45, I'll be happy with. So,
right.
Just learned Saturday there's a Tom Green country in Texas.
County,
sorry, in Texas, in the middle of nowhere, and somehow I wasn't surprised. Made me want to invest in soccer balls, though. Little Tom Green.
That's fine.
My shares are secured, never selling, but loading up on leap calls on these dips. I mean, it's really was what else.
Like I said, it's hard not to ignore these dips.
Right.
Like, whatever, everybody else wants to panic sell. Okay, I'll buy up your shares for cheaper.
Thoughts on AMC? So AMC is just, at this point, it's a wild ride. I sold out of AMC at like $45 because I felt once it went down below 40, we were going to just keep falling, but it fell all the way down to 30.
Going, it keeps now going between like 30 and 40.
Right.
Like, it'll be like today it's up 8%, but then it wouldn't surprise me if tomorrow it's down. Because that's what happened, I think Thursday and Friday. It was up really good, and then it was down the next day really bad. And then now it's up again, and I don't know.
It's literally all over the place. But I was kind of shocked to see it run back up. Clearly, there's still a bunch of people that want this stock to do numbers and do damage to Wall Street. But at this point, I'm convinced that the government and Wall Street are going to do what they want to do, regardless whether it's right or wrong morally. So
right, and just I mean. We heard so many dates come and go that supposedly the shorts had to cover and nothing ever happened. So
I listened to those dates like I do conspiracies.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I just
it's always coming, but it never comes. So
exactly, yeah.
So as much as you want something like that to happen, it's just like, who knows?
Yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath for sure that it's gonna short squeeze. That's for sure.
AMC to the moon, or at least 85, so I can triple my investment. I mean, 72 was a fantastic. Like, when we saw that 72, we should have all probably just like.
I mean, I got a lot of crap for this, but I sold at like 70, 86 or so. I sold almost 70% of my shares at AMC that day, and I got a lot of crap, and I might get crap now, but I mean. Profits are profits. Look at me now versus, just holding at 40. So
people don't like to hear when we have figured this out with YouTube from our time doing YouTube. People don't like to hear when you sell. They like to hear the hype.
I think it's a lot of the new investors that are into all the get rich quick stuff. They don't want to hear people selling for whatever reason. Just because that's what they're being told is to just hold, never sell. I think it's kind of garbage.
Right.
I mean, look at the Dogecoin millionaire. If he would have sold when he was at 1.5 million, he would have that money. But now he's not even a millionaire anymore because he would rather say he has diamond hands. So,
right.
Yeah.
So
just a little lesson there.
Yeah. And so it's like it's nothing against the people doing it. It's just like no one's going to care if you're caught holding. No one cares.
Exactly. No.
I don't know how many posts I see on Reddit of like, hey, you guys coming back for me when you're like down like 40% in GameStop when you put $100,000 on the line. Like,
exactly. Nobody gives a crap. Nobody's coming back for you.
Here's my upvote. You get my upvote.
Right. Yeah, so I sold 75%. The day it was up like that 100%. And then I sold the rest in either low 50s or high 40s, because my thing in my head was if it breaks past 50s that it's gonna just keep going lower. So that's when I sold the rest of mine. But I was up, I bought in. We both bought in, pretty good prices. So we were up like hundreds of percent. So it's fine.
Right. Do you
I bet
guys
the
think
Dogecoin millionaire is beating him. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
You're probably above me, but I bet the Dogecoin millionaire is beating himself up inside secretly. Probably. I mean,
he's no, he's not. He's not. He's
probably
100%. He's 100% turned this into a business now. He has YouTube. He has Twitch. I think he's on Twitch. Yeah, he has Twitter. Like he turned it into a business. So he's still got that money rolling in.
Yeah, but I mean, hopefully all the
obviously not selling.
They're probably not. They're probably not smart enough. But I was gonna say, hopefully, all the people that follow him and think he's amazing realizes that he screwed up. But they're not gonna realize that. They're 100% sold on the be an ape, strong hand thing, diamond hands, strong hands. Like,
let's see here. Do you guys think NIO and most Chinese companies are undervalued? Is there a way you can compare Amazon versus Baba according to their earnings? So what should their price be? Comparing like Amazon to Baba, like you would have to just do your research and find out like their earnings and compare everything from, all of their profits and, their overhead and break it all down and compare it that way, which we can do. Like we can do a video or something like that. But as far as like other Chinese companies being undervalued, I wouldn't say NIO's undervalued. I definitely think it's oversold right now. I think this stock should be more towards like the 50, 55, maybe even 60 price point. But look, if you look back at like Tesla, back when, let's go ahead and just look at Tesla and find out what it was priced at when they were. So Tesla, right before it took off, right when they announced they're profitable, which was what, back in 2020? I think sometime in 2020 basically before they took off, right at the start of 2020. They were priced around anywhere between $50 to $75, $80 mark. So to say NIO is undervalued, I don't think they are. I think they're pretty much right where they need to be. But now to say is Tesla overvalued? Maybe. Some people disagree. Some people think they are. Some people don't. But I just think the thing Tesla has going for them is they're American. So.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I think it being Chinese is holding it back. I mean, obviously, you can't really argue with that.
Charts lean towards NIO going to 49.22 would be fantastic. I would love to get back towards the 50 mark. Where is NIO? Yeah, I would love to see it. Would love to see it.
Yeah. KC, he's still buying more Doge. Yeah, I heard that. He said he's using it as like it's basically his savings account. But I think he's just trying to keep the hype alive. But
yeah, more power to you, my guy. Hopefully it takes off and you become a billionaire.
Yeah.
More power to you.
I just remember, it's just talking about selling. I remember getting so much crap too when we sold Dogecoin the night of SNL, and it's like, I mean, we made a lot more money by doing that, so you can say what you want, but
profits suffering from NIO fatigue. Yeah, welcome in, Bob. Yeah, aren't we all? I think everybody's kind of over NIO right now, just up and down, up and down.
Yeah, it gets annoying. It gets kind of annoying. Now Tesla has their solar panel gig on the side, which helps earnings report other than battery swaps. 7-Eleven. What does NIO have? What? Battery swap 7-Elevens. Talk about like this Sinopec and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, they have. It'll be interesting to see if they actually break out like revenue and stuff. Because it would be nice to see how much they're making from NIO Life things.
Right. I'm hoping they start talking about that more, NIO Life, because that's a whole nother market for them.
Yeah. It'd be nice to see what they're actually making from NIO Life stuff.
I bet Dogecoin millionaires being. Oh, we just read that one. So why is NIO down again? Do they have a load more shares? No, they're down because of the news coming out of China, which I actually have it pulled up. Let me go and pull this up. Right here. So they're cracking down on private education companies, and it's basically just causing a bunch of fear. And we might make a video on this, and see what we do.
Yeah,
but
I think it's just weird that it's affecting it today again when it affected it on Friday, because this news came out early Friday.
Right.
But I guess supposedly they might be cracking down on a tech company as well, which if they do that, that's no good.
Right.
But yeah.
Let's see here. What do you guys think about Didi? So Didi is I'm not touching this with a 50-foot pole. I feel like Didi is a good. I think this would be a great thing if they weren't getting beat down from the whole user information. I think that's what it was. I can't remember right now.
Yeah, something about user data and stuff like that.
Yeah, they were like mishandling the data or something, and yeah, it's just.
I mean, just look at it.
To me, this is not a good buy right now, even though it's way down here on the RSI. Like,
yeah, because if they don't get their stuff sorted out and China starts allowing people to download the app again, then I mean, there goes your company. Like,
right.
I know the people that already have it can still use it, but you're not going to grow.
They have 4.82 billion outstanding shares.
That's a whole lot of shares, Bob.
Yeah, it is.
That's all.
Let's see here. Let's catch back up. Doge will moon soon. Just waiting for I'm assuming Amazon to say they accept crypto as Bitcoin does as well. Doge will do well. Yeah, so the whole crypto market is just down because, again, China screwing everything over. Them basically banning cryptocurrency in China.
Yeah.
And I think crypto, I'm kind of torn on crypto because obviously the government wants control. That's why they don't like crypto. They don't have control over it.
Right.
So with it being decentralized, nobody controls it.
Right. More and more places are starting to crack down on it, though, so it's kind of scary.
Yeah. Let's see here. I just got 10 NIO at 44.33. I couldn't resist. Hey, hopefully it works out for you. We hope it just keeps going up. And
yeah, I bought just a little bit more this morning too. It's hard not to buy a little bit, but yeah.
NIO's making an entire ecosystem. People hate Apple. Look. Yeah, I mean, that's what we think exactly. NIO is going to become with the EVs, is like the Apple of EVs.
I mean, I think even bigger because, I mean, you can buy anything like plates and bowls and anything for your house or, scooters, just random stuff. Like anything you want, you can buy it. It's like it's branded NIO.
Right.
So people are just going to be like, just living that stuff. People are going to be like walking billboards of advertisement for NIO. Just because their shorts.
Ooh,
who knows?
Speaking of that, since you guys are in the live stream, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you guys a sneak peek.
Sneak peek.
Let me pull it up. So we had one of our subs, actually, who lives in Norway, went to Oslo and took pictures of NIO. The NIO building that's being built there. And so we'll show you guys since you guys are in our chat. Let me see here.
Why does China do this? It is just bad. I mean, yeah, I don't really know. I think the reason for the education stuff kind of makes sense if you think of it as they don't want a big company to become a monopoly, and because one of the reasons was they wanted to keep quality high and prices low. But if one company is just buying all the other companies, then they can charge like outrageous prices. So
right.
Whether or not that's the reason why they're doing it, but that's what they said, and it kind of makes sense. But yeah. So these are the pictures. Yeah.
So as you guys can see, this is the area. They're clearly still building it and working on it. I guess they have like a month and a half left to get it built up. But it's actually pretty cool to see this stuff. Like you hear about it on the news, you talk about it, but to actually see like legit pictures of it's pretty cool. So, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, obviously a little vandalism on the sign, but this is where it's going to be. So I think that's pretty cool to see. I think it's really cool to see. We're probably going to make a video with those pictures in it. So look out for that as well.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah, Dustin, I think it's just a matter of time before countries come up with their own crypto, and yeah. Because they want to control it, so
100%.
and get a piece of that action. They can make.
Should I
money
buy
off
NIO
of it.
now or wait for tomorrow? Well, I mean, any red day is usually a decent day to buy a stock. I usually wait for red days, so it's just a matter of whether or not it goes up or down. Like at this point, we talk about this off stream and off recording. Is like when people ask us what our predictions are for NIO, is like it's almost impossible to predict because of the fact that it's at this point it feels like it's not
based on what the company is doing.
It's whatever the news is doing.
Right.
And so NIO could be announcing their earnings tomorrow, 100% profit now, and they sold 1 million cars, and they cured cancer, and they're saving children in Africa, and like everything. And, and then they'll be like, oh, NIO delisting fears, and it goes down 10%.
Exactly.
Like, and that's the kind of crap that we deal with when trying to predict NIO. So it's really hard to predict whether or not it's going to go up or down. At this point, we're doing all of our predictions based off of like the previous markets, like the previous couple days, what it's done in the past. Like on Fridays, usually the market's red on Fridays. So now like when it comes to Friday, like we're almost expecting NIO to be red on Fridays. So that's pretty much the way we break it
sucks,
down.
but that's just how it's been going. NIO reached 55 to 60 end of the week before delivery. Done this last delivery. I mean, that would be nice. We'll see. They could pop up pretty good from their July numbers that come out on the 1st of August. So I'm hoping for that.
Let's see here. Thoughts on Wish, David? So Wish I believe is still way undersold, but with it being China as well, a lot of things coming from China. It's a U.S. based company, but a lot of the stuff on there is from China. It's headquartered out of China or out of San Francisco, I believe. But looking at it on tip ranks, like this thing has a massive
75%, 75%.
And that's why I believe this is totally undervalued right now. Like they have a massive upside.
Yeah.
So keep your eye on this one. I was in this when it IPO'd and I sold out at like 28 or 30 or something whenever it hit, and I was in it for a while there, and I just took my loss on it back when Reddit was getting hold of it. So just keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Because I just wanted to move that money elsewhere, so I just pulled out of Wish. So and I'm glad I did, because I sold out at like $11 or $12, and it's cleared back down to $9. So
yeah. Sorry, follow you guys for a couple months. Still don't know your names. My name is Chad.
Yeah, that's Chad. No, my name's Mike. I'm Mike. He's Chad.
Yep.
Yeah. We don't really talk about our, like, when we initially made the channel was like I think it's just called like Chad and Mike, or Chad and Mike.
Yeah, it was
Show
just
or
Chad
something.
and Mike or something. Yeah, it was Chad and Mike, I think it was. And it was Chad and Mike Show.
You guys want to see something real cringy? Go back and watch our very first upload. Go watch our very first video.
Well, probably first handful. They're real bad. But don't unsubscribe because you saw that.
Right, like we've totally changed it. Like it's laughable. It is 100% laughable.
Oh yeah. Anytime you want a good laugh, I just watch one of those, and it's
you
good
just
time.
don't know how bad your stuff is until you like start to do it, and then just progress as you go on.
Right.
So,
right.
Let's see here. Sold my NIO and picked up some BABA at a 52-week low today. Hey, well, nothing wrong with that. Hopefully it works out for you. What's BABA doing? I'm sure it's down as well. Whoosh. In the last year, yeah.
Oh, dang, man.
That's way down. Let's see what Tip Ranks has this ranked at as well. I'm pretty sure it's probably way up there.
You think
We just looked
NIO
at
will
those.
be up or down tomorrow? It depends on what happens today, I think. If it holds negative today, and I think tomorrow could be negative as long as, there's not just more crazy news coming out.
Right.
But look at that.
Baba.
Look at that for tip ranks for
Yeah.
Baba.
Baba has a 51% upside. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Right. But I mean, if they just keep getting beat down by China news, and who knows when it'll hit that. Yeah, well, I'm ready for all the people to know about all this bad Chinese news. So one, everyone that wants to sell NIO and Chinese stocks, they're out. And all the people that were thinking about buying it don't buy because they're scared. So anytime there's, this freaking stupid bad news about China stocks, then it doesn't affect the stocks anymore because everyone that's out is already out. So
Right.
it's just getting annoying. And then it seems like people will never learn because every time it's down like this, it always gets bought back up.
Right.
So it's like, what are you guys doing?
Right.
Dustin.
Let's see. Orlando. So you were asking about delivery numbers on the date. So that's going to be, we're thinking it's going to be August 1st. If we look back at NIO's, this is on NIO's investor relations website. July 1st is when they provide June numbers. It's usually the first. May 1st, April's, and then April 1st was March's numbers. So we think it's going to be August 1st, like they've been doing in the last 3-4 months. And I'm sure if we go back even farther, I'm sure they're probably doing the same thing as well. March 1st. Yeah.
Yeah,
February
and then
1st.
their earnings are on the 9th.
Is that confirmed?
As of right now. It's what Fidelity has.
Okay. So you hear it here first, folks. As of right now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I've seen some places say the 8th, some places said the 9th, so Fidelity has the 9th, so that's what I'm going with.
Mike likes cold syrup, rainy days, gray in his beard, and leaves his peanut butter in the fridge. False.
That's
Dustin
pretty
over
much
here,
mostly true.
Yeah, mostly. Except the peanut butter thing. That's weird.
Yeah, peanut butter in the fridge is weird.
I have over 100 shares of NIO. Scared money don't make no money. Exactly.
Exactly.
Soulmates. Exactly. Scared money don't make no money. Antoine, are you in here? I think my buddy Antoine's in here. He says that all the time.
Right.
Nice. Thanks, guys. Yeah, we appreciate you being here. Stevie, I find it crazy how many people get freaked out by China's delisting. Been spoken about so much. And 3 years to comply. I keep buying NIO. It's free cash. I mean, essentially, and we're trying not to hype up NIO. We're not trying not to be those people. We're trying to give you guys facts and information. Yes, we're extremely bullish on NIO, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we're trying to be non-biased and give you.
Yeah, I mean,
if we say NIO's gonna suck, then we sold, then we're gonna tell you. But we try to give you guys non-biased, factual information rather than just be these hype guys that.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype guys out there, and we're trying not to be those guys.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you've said it before. If NIO starts sucking, I mean, we're gonna tell you guys because I would feel terrible if I'm sitting here hyping up a stock, but on the side I'm selling it because I know it sucks, and then all you guys are losing money. Like I couldn't live with myself. But there's a lot of other people that don't give a crap, I guess. So yeah, I mean, if NIO starts sucking, we'll definitely let you know.
Let me see.
Anything new on Atlas or Rivian? I haven't heard anything. There was something about Atlas, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, but I haven't really been following Atlas. Rivian, last I knew, they were wanting to IPO by the end of this year, but I haven't heard anything. But I also haven't been following it super close. I'm really excited about Rivian to IPO. I've been waiting on that for years now, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I've just been waiting on that because their deals with Amazon and stuff, and I like their truck, but I mean their deals with Amazon are nuts. They've already have 100,000 and they're doing 300,000 delivery vehicles for Amazon. So I'm really excited about them, but I haven't heard any update of when they're gonna IPO. I just know that they want to do it sometime later this year. But that gets moved around a lot. So
right. Tesla earnings are today. Do you think it will help or hurt NIO depending on how they do? So we've seen in the past that it's I don't want to say they're correlated in any way. They're not related. We usually kind of see maybe what it's going to do. It's usually just depends on the market as well. Tesla could kill it today, and if the market's like, nope, not today, then they're going to go down. But usually we kind of get some kind of guess on where we think it's going to go. My biggest fear with NIO and their earnings is the fact that the China fear is going to drive it down. So we'll see what happens. Chinese government will never attack NIO because they want to be the leader. Exactly. And that's why I'm saying they won't delist NIO, because it's more money to support NIO. Why would you?
Yeah, we just made a video about that. Right. We just made a video about that over the weekend. We talked about that.
Right.
Yeah. We agree.
Papa, so according to Fidelity, it's August 9th. That could change, but that's just according to the Active Trader Pro that we use. It gives us a list of the earnings next to the stocks that you own, and they say August 9th for NIO. So,
well, then now I just look it up, and then according to the NASDAQ, well, it says NIO is estimated, so it's not official yet, I guess, according to them.
Yeah, they haven't announced it.
That its estimated report is on the 10th. So I've heard 8th, 9th, or 10th. So either one of those days. But usually,
somewhere in there.
Seems like Fidelity usually when they don't put a date in there until it's like they know it's going to be on that date. So right. I would kind of expect the 9th, but it's going to be around there. We'll know as we get closer, and I guess to have an official date, but
right,
it'll be around there.
Orlando, we appreciate you. We appreciate you being here, my guy. We appreciate you being here. Is Stockmo a good channel? Stockmo. So there's nothing. We love Stockmo. Absolutely nothing wrong with Stockmo. He's an old financial advisor. I mean, if you've watched his videos, he offers great advice. We have nothing.
Very
nothing
knowledgeable guy.
We used to we still watch him. That's like before we even made YouTube videos, like we were watching him. Yeah. So he knows what he's talking about. That's for sure. Now, along with every other channel, this is not directed at Stockmo in any means. There's a lot of channels out there, including ours, that will say things that seem a little outlandish or very like a little pushy on the clickbait on certain things. But you just gotta, that's why it's always good to do your research and watch more than one YouTube video, watch more than one channel, read more than one news article. Just be smart.
Yeah, you always need to do your own research. Don't just take someone else's advice, even our own, and you just go with it.
Right.
Like,
I think what
don't say.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, don't listen to one of our videos where we're saying, "Oh, this, it's gonna be $80 by the end of this year," and then dump $10,000 in a NIO. Like, do your own research.
Right. And I think with Stockmo, I think what he has going for him is the fact that he's an old a stockbroker. He's an old stockbroker, not a financial advisor. An old stockbroker. Yeah. So he knows this market. He knows patterns. He knows things. So that's why I watch his videos along with many others. So,
Papa.
What is NIO's price target end of a month with delivery? I would love to see 50, but I'm gonna say 48 is where we're gonna see NIO sitting by the end of this month with the deliveries coming in hot, because this stock could literally swing just as much as all of them. So.
Yeah, Daddy with Stockmo being bullish on everything. Yeah, I mean, he's a long-term investor, and that's mainly, that's 99.5% of what we do. It's all long-term stuff. So
right. How many more years till SpaceX IPO? Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, that I don't know.
I think I think they'll be like a lot like Virgin Galactic if they IPO. Stockmo is the man. He's a solid guy. He's in my top 10, including you all. Appreciate your content. Well, we appreciate that compliment, man. If we're in the top 10 of Stockmo, that says a lot. So we appreciate it. Daddy. That's funny. I legit only listen to Stockmo and you guys. Yeah. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. You do you. But it's always good to just do your own research and, even watching YouTube videos is I would consider a little bit of research, but it's always good to look at, the company itself, go to their website, go check them out, go check out their financials, stuff like that. So Hopefully NIO will deliver 10,000 cars this month. We hope so. I'm thinking more like
I hope,
93,
but I don't
95, but I would love that.
Yeah. Yeah. If they do 10,000, I think that would shock a lot of people, and then this thing would, start taking off. But
Right.
yeah, I'm not expecting 10,000. So
You guys are seeing what
just trying to keep it realistic.
Exactly. I mean, that's what we try to do around here, but some people don't like that and they can't handle the heat. So,
right.
You guys seeing what China is doing to some of the companies? You have to have some fear it will mess with everyone, including. I mean, would we do? Obviously, we all have fear. Like, obviously, I fear that China will pull the rug on NIO. I just don't see it happening. That's always a
but
thought
that's
in the
always a
back of my
possibility.
head. Yes.
Yeah, it could happen. We don't think it will happen, but I mean, it could. So.
Stockmo's bullish on everything. I mean, that's his way of investing. So, but like Daddy said, he's a long-term investor. He's got that 2030 vision. So he's not looking at what it's. Yes, he's looking at what it's doing today for the content of his channel, but he's buying NIO for 2030, not August 2021. So,
Daddy Shack, exactly. Can't handle the heat of these hot stocks. Stay out of the kitchen. Consider investing in index funds.
Yeah, we watch Keenan every now and then too. We were actually subbed to Keenan back when he was like the 2,000 to 3,000 sub range. So we've been with him for quite a while.
Dustin, we would have to make a video on that. What 10 stocks would we be in if Stock Dudes ETF, if y'all had one, and at what percentage? Yeah, we would have to. I can't really give you an answer to that right off the top of my head.
There's a small company, NIO, that we like.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's heard of them. I mean, but it'll probably have, your usual NIO, Tesla, then you'd throw in some Microsoft, Apple, Google. But then you would throw in, obviously, some, little riskier stuff.
Right.
But, yeah, I'd have to actually, think of it. CCIV would be in there for sure.
Let's see.
It'd be mainly probably tech and EV stuff. But, yeah.
NIO can't be delisted until 2024. All this FUD with China is not any new news. It's just getting more on news how this has been happening. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, that's what we just keep talking about, is the fact that it's all just, it's just FUD. People are finding out about this, and they're just scared, and they can't handle it. So.
Yeah. NIO may not be in jeopardy because it's in the global agenda. Yeah. Yeah, and the Chinese government has, invested into them, put a bunch of money into them. Like, they don't want NIO to fail. And it's like, if you pull NIO out of the US stock market, like they're
literally pulling money out of their pocket.
Yeah, they're making so much money by being in the market. Like, it'd be kind of,
you think they're not on the Hong Kong listing yet, so.
Right.
Let's see here.
Plug is at 26. Goodbye, guys. I've been more following ChargePoint than Plug recently, so I couldn't honestly tell you. I haven't been following Plug recently.
Let's see here. Year to date, Plug is sitting right now at a 38 on the RSI. Clearly, it's had a high of 75.
Yeah, it was part of just everything when it was blowing up back.
So right now, Plug has an upside of 62.2% on tip ranks with an average price of $43.
It seems like we're at the bottom. It's kind of been, it was going down steadily, and then it kind of, bottomed out. It feels like it doesn't seem like it's going to go much lower than this if it does go lower. So it kind of looks the same as like ChargePoint, like kind of what happened with ChargePoint. A little bit. ChargePoint started going back up though, but ChargePoint there for a while was just kind of trading sideways at the bottom, and then it started going back up.
Right.
But yeah, it seems kind of like it's at the bottom, so maybe it'd be a good time to buy. But like I said, I haven't been following Plug, so the business wise, so I don't know. couldn't really
Right, what their plan
tell
is,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see here. Go back to NIO's down 1.5% now, so it's probably the way it's going to end through the day, unless we get a little 1 o'clock power hour or 3 o'clock power hour. But yeah,
which would be
I'm not
nice.
too concerned.
DraftKings, that's another stock that I've been in a while, and I see great things happening with DraftKings.
Pretty sure DraftKings is also pretty well listed on tip ranks.
Honestly, I haven't looked in a while.
It's got a 36% upside right now.
I think it's just going to keep getting more and more popular, as more states legalize it, like the online gambling stuff, and also just sports, with last year, they couldn't have spectators and everything, and some, sports crap was all jacked up. So this year, later this year, and then, onwards, it should only get better and have more money flowing into all the sports stuff. So I think it's only going to get more and more popular. They have deals with, multiple different sports things. So I think that's going to be a great long term. So yeah.
Let's see. Pull this back up. There it is. Okay.
And if you guys aren't yet, just hit that sub button. Trying to get 6,000 subs by the end of this month.
Ooh, that we aren't. We are almost at 5,700.
And
so
like
300 short of a Happy Meal. So
yeah, 300 short of the one. Yeah.
See if we can get it. I think
Only 300.
25th?
26th.
26th. Oof.
Oof. Yeah. Less than a week. At 300 subs. Smash it.
Hot tub stream coming in hot.
If you got more than one Google account, I don't care.
Will cruise lines ever recover? Okay, so my thought on cruise lines, I've actually been kind of thinking about this recently. Cruise lines, I think they can recover, but my concern right now is a lot of them have regulations and they're like separating the vaccinated from unvaccinated. Like this is the Holocaust or something. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. Like
I think it was well, I was gonna say I think Carnival.
Was it Carnival?
No, I was gonna say Carnival. I think they said by the end of this year they wanted to be back up to like 100%.
It's
like so. I mean,
yeah. It's real bad. So if they start to segregate people like that, I think that's going to hurt them. Like you can't like.
Yeah, but it's just hard because if they have another like outbreak on a cruise ship, it's gonna tank all the stocks again too. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's ridiculous either way. And
to the whole point, the problem is like, and I'm not gonna get into conspiracy talk or anything, but it's like you have the Delta variant coming along that some scientists are saying doesn't work with the vaccine, and some are saying it works with the vaccine, and now some states are starting to close back down, and some countries are like, no, we're gonna close back down. Now there's riots in Australia because Australia's like, Paris. No, we're not. Yeah, they're like, no, we're not locking down, and it's there's no actual like trusted information out in the world anymore. So that's why people question it, and you don't have like you can't trust anybody. So like that's a problem. That's
yeah. I think they'll eventually go back up to what they were pre-COVID crash, but it's just I think it's going to be a little bit, but I think there's for sure a good amount of money to make with cruise lines and airlines that haven't recovered yet, because there's still. I don't know about all the airlines, but the ones that I've looked into, they still haven't recovered from the crash when COVID first happened. So I think, they would be pretty decent buys. Like they're going to take a while to move back up, but I think for sure you could double your money in the long term. It could be short term too. Who knows?
Right.
Because when I went to the airport to pick up my dad, I mean, this was back in January. I think 2 or 3 months before that, I went to the airline, or it was I can't remember now. It was either November or December. I went to the airport to pick up a friend, and it was like a ghost town. But then 2 months later in January, when I picked up my dad, the place was out of control busy. So I mean, airlines and everything are picking them back up for sure. So uh, I think all that stuff's going to recover, and a lot of them are. You could easily make 100% if it gets back to
Right.
pre-COVID numbers. So, yeah.
Right. I just saw it in here. Sorry.
Last time I looked, Norwegian was making some pretty good plays back up, recovering, but then it started pulling back some. But I mean, there's still a lot of money to be made with those if they if they pop back up.
Right. So, let me see here real quick. Sorry. Looking at Castor Maritime, I think this one is totally like I am avoiding this one. This one was to me seemed like a hype stock.
Yeah, this was back when a lot of stuff was getting hyped, like BNGO and Castor Maritime. A bunch of crap like all of a sudden was getting hyped like crazy. And so yeah, I mean that's pretty much. If you look at the chart, you can tell that's what happened. Just all of a sudden, everybody was talking about it, and then yeah, it's like it's just a big pump and dump. It seemed like,
right.
Even though the company it did seem like they were doing good things, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked into it since everyone was trying to pump it up.
Right. Palantir.
Palantir is going to be great long term, but short term it might.
I have a love-hate relationship with Palantir. So like, I don't know how I want to feel about Palantir, but I do think Palantir is a great long-term hold, just like he said. But yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be long term for sure, though. Because mainly just look at the chart. It's mainly, besides that jump, it was mainly just kind of sideways.
Aren't there earnings coming up?
Probably a lot of companies are coming up.
Let's see here.
It just seems like
August 10th,
when I was really
according to NASDAQ.
Okay, you got a little bit. It's just, I don't know. This one, it seems like when I was following it, they were, I don't know. It was like one day they're saying great things. Next day it's getting beat up. Like, so yeah.
Will you guys review Tesla earnings on live?
Daddy shit.
That is a good question. I don't know. I mean, we may do a video, we may do a live. The problem with being live is it requires us to sit here and sit here for hours, which we don't have problems with. But we both
Sometimes,
obviously have active families, and yeah, times don't always line up. So, maybe that's a good question. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Maybe we'll put a poll up on YouTube and see if people want us to go live for the earnings or do a video. Maybe we'll do both. We'll just have to see. So that would be a pretty interesting thing to do live, honestly.
Right.
When is NIO earnings? So according to
the 9th right now.
Fidelity, it's the 9th, but NASDAQ has it listed at the 10th. There's other rumors of it the 8th, so anywhere we're thinking in between 8th and 9th or 10th. Exactly like Papa just said, so somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah, NASDAQ estimates the 10th, Fidelity has the 9th, but then I saw somewhere else saying the 8th, so yeah.
Let me see.
There's nothing, I guess, 100% official yet.
Please don't scream.
But it's going to be one of those days.
Okay, it didn't.
Thank you, Papa. ChargePoint today, I'm just looking at it. ChargePoint today was up like 5-6%. Now it's only up 1.5%. Like it's just in the morning, it just straight took off, and then it's just slowly been selling off. It's kind of like looks like NIO's chart, just not as dramatic. But Tesla up 3.5%. Seems like that's holding that. It's slow, it's trending up, which is good. NIO live. Yeah, it's just like we said, we have to see work schedule wise and just other crap that's going on. If we can do the live.
Let's see here. And then all right. So I just put a poll up on our community. So if you guys want to vote in that, you can. I just put a poll up, basically asking whether or not you guys wanted us to do a video, go live, or do both. So you guys can go vote on that if you're interested in that as well. It would probably be somewhere 5-6 o'clock, depending on what time they release their earning numbers, and it gives us a chance to talk about them. Tesla. Let me see if I can get the investor relations on Tesla. Yeah. So yeah, so we'll wait. We can go over that information as well. What is the web? What is that? It's a question in A?
Question in A, dude.
Question in A, dude. Yeah. Maybe we'll do. These questions would be good to read through. Retailing questions. How do I ask a question? Has Elon Musk subbed to Stock Dudes on YouTube? Just need everybody to go upvote it. No, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what people. We'll see what people think. What's going on in our space?
Yeah, what's up?
We actually just put a poll up, so we might be live again tonight. Go vote there on the channel. Go check your what is it under? Communication, not communications.
On the app. Yeah, on the app, I only see them. Well, let me just check on my phone real quick. But I usually don't see that unless I'm on the home tab. Oh, never mind. I see it under subscriptions. Yeah. So, yeah, if you just go to the subscription thing on the YouTube app. Man, Outer Space Ace, killing it. Thank you.
Oh, we appreciate that, my guy.
Usually we are live 12 Eastern time.
Right.
So if you want to try catching us for a live stream, that's when it'll be at. But we usually schedule it ahead of time. So if you have like notifications and stuff turned on, you should get a notification that we scheduled a live stream. Supposed to be how it works.
Yeah. So we'll see how that poll turns out, and then see what people want, and then we'll go with that. And then yeah,
or we could do
a live stream. We'll do a live stream tonight with Tesla's earnings. So
yeah, I mean, we could do this with NIO as well, and then you know, depending on the date and time and everything, you know, it has to work out. But yeah, we've heard other people say to do NIO Day live as well.
That would be awesome.
I think the problem with that is usually isn't it like 4 o'clock in the morning for us or something? So that would be rough.
Right. Hi guys, just got on after work. What's the lowdown today? So, well, welcome in. Thank you for being here. So the lowdown is NIO is down. Lucid just IPO'd. They're up 11% on the day. NIO's down because China is cracking down on some businesses over there and pushing more delisting fears in people, causing probably a bunch of people to sell off. So that's why we're seeing NIO down today. And Tesla's earnings are after hours, and they're up 3.5% right now. So it's a mixed day depending on what you're invested in. It's not you guys, it's me on my free time. I have a lawn care business that that way I can make extra money to invest. So I'm pretty much always busy. Don't worry, it's my fault. Listen, you do you. We appreciate you taking time out of your day to be here.
Yeah, I remember you saying before that you were mowing lawns for some extra money to throw into stocks. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, we're all working here. I'm a full-time employee. Chad's a full-time employee. We both have families. Well, we're both busy, so. And speaking of busy, we're probably gonna have to end the stream here in the next couple seconds or a couple minutes. I have a doctor's appointment to head to. And then we will see what we're doing for tonight, whether it be a video or live stream. But if you guys are new in here, go check. Let me just see if I can I just share this? Share. Say something about this post and mention it at the channel. Oh, okay. I can't share it. If you guys just go to our community tab, or check your subscriptions button in YouTube, you can see our poll that comes up. Vote on that, whether or not you guys want us to make a video or do a live stream or both. Those are the options. Live stream for Tesla's earnings, both for a video and live stream. And we'll go off of that. So that's pretty much going to wrap up this live stream. So
Daddy Shack,
like,
thank you.
Yeah. Wife's like, don't be late to your appointment. Thank you.
But yeah, Andy, that would be nice if they have good earnings and it just takes NIO up as well. I mean, I wouldn't complain, that's for sure. I am curious to see if Tesla's going to be up or down after earnings, because it didn't run up prior to earnings. I know it is up 3.5% right now, but that's nothing crazy. And then all last week it wasn't up anything crazy, so could be up. Nice change of pace, be up after earnings for once. Keep up the good work. 6K subs are coming. 15K by the end of the year.
I hope so.
That would be all right.
Dope. Yeah, it would.
Thank you, Daddy.
We started the whole channel back in, I think it was like December 1st. So yeah, that'll be the 1 year anniversary of the Chad and Mike Stock Nerds, Stock Dudes television show on YouTube.
Right. Oh, have a good day, guys. Hopefully we'll have a better week than what we started. Thanks for keeping us updated. Yeah, I mean, if this is the worst we see all week, that'd be all right.
Right.
Hopefully get up back to that $45 mark, but we'll have to just wait and see.
I hope so, because that's what we need.
Yeah. Hopefully this is the big bad news for the week and the rest isn't, there's no more nonsense the rest of the week. But I mean, they've been pushing it pretty hard, so we'll see.
Right.
We will have to see.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate every single one of your guys' faces being in here. Again, taking time out of your day to come hang out with us in the live chat and hang out with, the stock market and show what's going on. So again, go vote. Again, go vote in the community tab or in your subscription. You should see the poll. Vote on that, whether you want us to do a live stream with Tesla's earnings tonight, or just do a video, or do both. So just let us know down. Let us know. That's the best way. We try to keep in touch with all of you guys. We're trying to maintain that level of, relationship with you guys all, on a level. So I don't know where I was going with that, but about to make you guys dinner at this point. So again, thank you guys so much for all your support. We appreciate all of it. Again, check us out. We'll be here again. 100 by the end of the week. I agree.
Yeah.
Fire, no, that's not the case. I think it's just the delisting fears and China being China causing more fears. That's why we're seeing the dip with NIO today. But I don't think people are doing that for Lucid.
No.
But again, thank you guys so much for all your support, and we'll see you guys in the next video or live stream tonight. Go vote. Go vote.